Bonjour, Mishko Pagna Koinadishnakas Mangdodem. Hi everybody, my name is Sandi Boucher and welcome back to my world. I wanted to jump on here today to do this quick video just to share with you my responses to the COVID-19 pandemic declaration, all the closures, what's happening here at my office to help support you. And then just as an added bonus, I wanted to share some of the things I've learned along this journey so far. So I have notes with me because I could just keep babbling, but I want to make this concise because I know your time is important. First off, if you've been following me on Facebook, you would know, and by the way, this video is going to go on social media, but it's also going to be sent out to my email list. So for those who do follow me on social media, you know I am under self-imposed isolation, and there's a reason for that. The reality is the entire basis of my business is concern for you. Everything I do is thinking about that future client, that future participant in seminar. What do they need? How can I support them? Well, even before the pandemic declaration, when the number of cases was growing and growing, I started to become really concerned because of my travel. The reality is last week alone, I did 4 events in 1 week. I suddenly got this horrible feeling, what if I'm a carrier? What if I had been exposed and not showing symptoms yet, and I was going from one gathering to the next to the next? So for all our sakes, for your safety as well as mine, I chose to self-isolate. So I'm definitely going to be under 14 days self-isolation. The last time I was in a room with another human being was Saturday. So I believe this is day 4. What happens at the end of that 2 weeks is definitely going to depend on the world situation at that point, and it could definitely extend, but that's the situation for now. But I am a positive person, and I'm a goal setter, and I am always looking to the future, so I do believe that this is going to end. And I also believe that there's going to be an even bigger need for leadership, for inspirational speakers, for guides, for mentors. So I truly believe that once again I will be up and running, but even when that happens, even though I believe that's going to happen, I am taking lessons from this experience. For example, in seminar, if it's a small group, I tend to do icebreakers just to keep it fun. Well, you're going to notice in the future that there's no sharing of items. We won't be passing anything because even after the coronavirus hopefully just disappears from the planet, there's going to be other flu bugs and things of that nature, other viruses, no doubt, that we're going to have to be aware of. So I can make those adjustments now to ensure that future participants are safe. So there's no more sharing, no more passing of items. I'm definitely going to be looking at all my activities through a new lens. I think that's a way that we can ensure that this experience increases our wisdom and knowledge. But that's in the future. In the meantime, I've definitely implemented a few things to help you while you're social distancing or whether you're self-isolating or even under quarantine. Money is tight. That is one thing I definitely understand. So many people, your income level has been affected. No doubt you're counting pennies, maybe to the same extent as always, but for a lot of people this is a new experience or one they haven't had in a long time. So I want to keep that in mind, and that's definitely been a driving force for all these decisions. If you didn't know, last week I released all of my books online. You can now, for $9.95, I believe is the price, you can purchase a download of my book, which means I don't have to mail you anything. You don't need to touch an item that's come into contact with many, many people getting it to you. It's a download straight to your computer or phone or whatever the case may be, and then you can read it at your will. Now, in case you didn't know, Canada Post prices are not the lowest ever. So if you were to purchase, for example, Honorary Indian and pay the shipping, many of my customers were seeing a total cost of like $35 once you considered the shipping costs. So getting these books for $9.95, no shipping at all, really good deal. Trying to reflect your current financial situation, respect your current financial situation. The second thing is, I've always done personal coaching, but I'm really shifting that to supportive listening and coaching. And the other thing is, I've had various rates for that over the years, depending on the topic. But for the entire time that we're under lockdown, $25 per hour. And of course, we're going to do that by phone or by Skype, whichever is more convenient for you. Because I believe that this will end and there will be an incredible need for speakers. My speakers videos, all of those videos I'm doing talking about what it's like to have a career as a public speaker, all of those are free, for one. I will continue shooting those. I'm going to shoot another as soon as this video is done. And what I'm excited about is they're going to be available. They are available now, free of charge on my website. You can just go click from one to the next to the next. The entire series of 30 videos will be there once I'm done shooting them, and I upload the new one every single day. So if you're bored, check it out. If you ever considered being a public speaker, then check it out just for the information's sake. The other thing that I'll be working on the next couple of weeks is actually putting some of my seminars online as an online course. And I've really decided the path, based on my last book, was an incredibly popular seminar. So many people received so much insight from that seminar and the related handouts. So that's definitely one I'm going to be putting online. And this is a shout out to all those employers out there. If you were thinking or wishing that your employees could take that course, then I highly suggest that you purchase this seminar for them. That way they can do their training while they're working from home and they can come back even more woke. And even if we're going to be doing online working with each other for a long time to come, the information that's contained in the path, if your workforce, your staff is in any way diverse, especially if it includes Indigenous and non-Indigenous people, it doesn't matter if the communication's just online. You're still going to need that training. So I think this is an absolute awesome opportunity. That will be coming out in the near future, probably within the next week or so. So just please watch for that. Honorary Indian Daily is still available on my website. You sign up, I believe it's $5.95 a month, and you receive the Honorary Indian entry from the book. You receive that every single day. It's an audio recording of me sharing that entry with you, as well as sharing the backstory, the teaching, the reason why I wrote that entry. So way more like upper level from the book. You might want to buy the download of the book and then enjoy the Honorary Indian Daily recordings as well. And of course, my daily blog posts will continue, and my YouTube videos are there for you to enjoy at any point in time. So the other thing I wanted to put in place, just as my way of supporting you, if you're struggling, if you're alone, I am always just an email away. Just go to my website, www.sandiboucher.com, hit get in touch, and just fill in the email. And while you're there, subscribe to be on my list to make sure that you receive all of these updates. The other thing I wanted to share with you today, just as an added benefit, as I mentioned, I'm 4 days in isolation now, and I just wanted to share some of the things I've learned so far, the lessons from isolation. The first one, and I 110% believe this, I've always practiced this, but it's really been reinforced now, expressing your emotions helps. Don't worry about whether someone else thinks you should be feeling that way. If you're scared, share that with someone. And be careful if you share that on social media. It really depends who your friends list is. I want you to share that with someone who has earned the right to hear it. That's the phrase we use, so that you get the support you need. If you're scared, if you're feeling lonely, you're feeling overwhelmed, please reach out to someone. And as I said, I am just an email away. The other huge lesson I've learned, and I know I've been guilty of this, which is why I say it's such a huge, huge lesson. Unsolicited advice sucks. I shared a post the other day where I owned how overwhelmed I had been about the pandemic declaration and the state of emergency here in Ontario, and that I had a good cry, and then I picked myself up and went on with my day. But it's amazing how many people want to quickly go to, well, Sandy, you shouldn't be feeling that way, and Sandy, you shouldn't have done this or that. No, I'm sorry, no. That is the way I was feeling, and I was honestly sharing for all those other people that were feeling that way as well. So whatever way you feel, we got to get way more comfy with sitting in people's truths and just letting them express themselves. If they ask for advice, feel free to give it, but hold the reins back. Don't always just jump to advice. Or the best question, how can I help? Help them to find and identify what they need so that we can truly help each other. The third thing, what I have really found is routine helps. In the first couple of days, I was kind of just lost and just wandering around, and then you get too caught up in the statistics updates, and it's just a bad place to be. Now that I'm back in my office, and this is my home office is what I mean, back in my office, doing my routine, doing my videos, back at work, life just doesn't seem as scary anymore. So I highly suggest that. Make sure you rest. Make sure you read. Take the opportunity to learn something new so that you're even more equipped when this is finally over. Fourth one, be kind to you. I am so much kinder to myself in the last 4 days. What I accomplish, I celebrate, and if I don't get it all done, that's okay too. I want you to be kind to you. If you need to take a break, if you need to sit down, if you need to have a good cry, give yourself permission to do that. The other thing, do your best to enjoy this. I mean, make the best out of the situation. If you're sharing a home with people, we don't want to be annoying each other. Put in your earbuds and listen to your favorite song, or sit down and watch a movie. Declutter a space. That's what my friends are doing a lot. And that really leads me into the sixth thing. I think this is such a huge opportunity to sit down with the people you share your home with and come up with a plan together, because there's going to be family members who need more alone time to process this. Other family members need more social time. Find out what they need. Come up with a way to support each other so that one isn't having their needs met at the expense of another. If that means y'all going to walk around wearing earbuds, so be it, but there's ways to fix this. And the last piece that I really wanted to share with you, this is my observation. I totally understand it, but we still need to be careful of it. This situation has hit businesses hard. If they were used to you coming into their store or in their restaurant, they're seeing their income levels drop dramatically, to the case where many businesses, I wouldn't be surprised, are going to be lost. The result of that, and again I said I understand it, is I am seeing a huge increase in sales advertising and sales emails coming into my inbox, pushing great deals, pushing me to buy this, this, and that. I understand it. They're trying to keep their businesses afloat, but you have to be in control of your finances. Buy what you need, absolutely. But remember, we don't know how long this is going to last, so please be careful. There's a lot of really good deals out there that maybe aren't the best deals. Focus on food and shelter and keeping your family safe. The rest can wait until we're on more solid ground. I believe, in closing, I just believe that if we use this time wisely, well, then we just become the wiser for it. And that's never a bad thing. So check out my offerings. I am going to put this all into an email to go out to my mailing list. If you're not on my mailing list, why are you not on my mailing list? This would be a really good time to fix that. You have the time. Until my next video, my friends, I am always thinking of you. Please stay safe. Take care of you. I love you. Bye-bye.